This module, role of improved trade, increased labor and capital mobility, and improved technology. This is all, if you could see, that improved trade, increased labor, and capital mobility with the improved technology is happening, and globalization is going on. Technological advancements have influenced the global economic structure. Production goods and new manufacturing processes are being introduced by companies and nations in order to bring together international partners, transnational managers, and shared production agreements are used. Not only it's happening, they are merging all these forces. Mutual interests lead to maximization of economic returns that I mentioned in my previous module, that there is only one point agenda of the capitalist forces, that is regarding maximization the profit. The same thing is saying that maximization of economic returns. It is in fact one point agenda that based on maximization of profit. Proliferation of transnational organizations is triggering the global economy. Again, if you could see that what are the transnational organizations? Are they different from the multinational corporations? Let's see. International organizations and multinational corporations often clashes with nationalistic concerns as their presence fosters competition. International perspective claims to improve growth per capita and resultantly sustain global economic growth. However, apprehensions of underdeveloped would have not been alleviated to much extent as a result of economic globalization. You may differ that how underdeveloped or developing countries are gaining more fruits of globalization. How? In this age of communication, if you could see that in the market for the West, softwares are very much costly. But in Pakistan or other developing countries like Pakistan, like India, where you can find those softwares for no price even. Even you can get it from your friends. But it is not possible in the developed part of the world or in the developed countries. All the key players are well acquainted with the art of using technology for growth. There are certain factors that are aversive to technology, such as protectionism, intellectual property rights, or theft, and issue of national security. I earlier mentioned that how this globalization process, if giving fruits, economic fruits to the western part of the world, it's also giving those fruits to the developing part of the world, that they are not taking care of that intellectual property rights, and they are publishing paperback editions of different medical sciences books and other very costly books which are not allowed. All the communication system here in Pakistan, all the channels which you are watching on your TV, 200 channels or whatever, from whichever the source you are taking it, from whatever the cable is, that is all illegal. That has nothing to do with any legal source of communication. But we are watching those channels illegally, basically. And this is what I am saying, that the developing part is taking advantage of that globalization. There are several factors which are simultaneously contributing to globalization. Few are given as follow. Number one, manufacturing interests, division of labor, acceptance of multinational corporations, privatization, interest of governments in technology. If you see that all these factors are all these tools which are interacting with each other and assisting to each other and supporting this globalized phenomenon to happen in the global politics, in the global culture, in the global economy. In the forthcoming times, technological discoveries will not be limited to individuals or nations, rather, it will become a global endeavor. Consequently, Praetorianism, it is protectionism, will no longer be resistant. Free exchange of technology will be encouraged, likewise, other free flows. If you could see that how it would become a global endeavor, it is already happening. For example, if you buy an Apple phone, it is purely an American product. But usually you would find, if you could see your iPhone today, if that you are having in your hand, अगर आपके हाथ में अभी भी आपका एप्पल आईफोन है, तो अगर आप इसको गौर से देखेंगे तो इसके ऊपर लिखा हुआ है कि मेड इन चाइना, प्योरली अमेरिकन प्रोडक्ट. सोनी is purely a Japanese. Toshiba is again purely Japanese. But if you could see those laptops or televisions, they are coming from China, manufactured in China. So this is what he is saying, that in the time, in future, you would see that no any product could be seen as individually manufactured by any single country, but it would be a global endeavor.